Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Michelle, how can we help?
Hi there. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
So my husband and I bought our house about 3.5 years ago, and it's a custom in my dad's culture to buy the house for their kids, but he couldn't afford it at the time. And now 3.5 years later, he can afford to pay off our house for us. And I'm just wondering if I should take that money and pay off the house or do something else with it.
What culture?
Lebanese culture.
Okay. And so how much is the payoff?
About $320,000.
And he's got the cash.
Correct.
Man, that's not in my culture.
I was going to say.
I need to call my culture committee and get that thing switched, man. That's incredible.
John, can you take the rest of this call? I'm going to go step outside and call my dad.
No kidding. I got a high five when I bought a house. My dad was like, get him, guys.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So is there any – so let me ask this. I think I understand your question, but it feels like there's a question behind this question.
Yes.
Are you concerned about something? Are you wary of how to do it? Tell us what you're rattling around in your
head. Are there
head.
strings with this money?
Yeah.
Well, the house is in our name already. So
say that again.
Take the house. The house is in our name, so it's not like he can give us the money and take the house or anything. But he does like to brag about giving the money, but that's not really. I'm not too concerned about that. I just wondered if there was like a way to invest that money and take, and make like an monthly income off that money. I mean, I don't know. I'm not very smart with investing.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, first of all, the answer is yes, of course. What was the amount of money again? what?
$320.
Okay. So the question is Dad giving you a gift of $320,000 to do whatever you want with, or is he giving you $320,000 to pay this house off so that he can tell everybody, in my culture, this is what we do, and I've now done it?
Correct. Second one.
Okay.
Well, and
so the first, that takes the question off the table that you asked us. It's not an option.
Yeah.
And by the way, I would not, if I had $320 left on my mortgage and somebody gave me a gift of $320,
I'd take it.
I would put it on my mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that's a massive investment.
That's the ultimate investment. Then you have freedom. You can do whatever you want. You have no house payment.
Right.
And then everything you spend on a house payment, you can invest however you want to for the rest of your life because you don't have a house payment.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
Have you ever been in a house that you owned that nobody else could take from you?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hold on a second. I got to bring the good doctorate on here. Now, I may be reading into this, Michelle. Tell me. I do not mean being wrong. I have 3 teenagers and I've been married 25 years. Basically, my whole life I've been wrong. Okay? But it feels like when we're telling you this, John's laying this out and you're like, yeah, that's pretty neat. It doesn't feel like you think this is neat. Am I right or wrong?
Well, I mean, it would be nice if we had the money to pay off our own house.
Of course it would.
Of course. Do you feel then that is not okay? Now I think we got something.
Is it ego?
You don't want this. You want to feel like we did it.
Right. I mean, my dad bought me a car when I turned 18. He's like, "You're not touching my car, and that's my car, and don't take my car."
All right.
Like,
okay. That's the strings we're talking about. If he's going to give you that, and then he's going to say, whoa, you put your daughter in a nicer school than that. And you and your husband say, no, we decided on this public school. And he goes, no, I paid your house off. You put that kid, if that's going to be the life you're signing up for, I wouldn't touch that money. Because then you're trading being a slave to a mortgage company to being a slave to somebody who just gave you $320,000 and thinks they just bought a claim into your life.
Yeah, I mean, he says he wants me to have peace of mind, and he's actually changed a lot, especially having grandkids now. He's a lot softer around the edges. So,
but you wouldn't be calling us if you were not nervous about taking this check.
Well, of course. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but
he's your dad.
Is this how serious is this? Is this him telling you think he's going to weigh in more? And you want him to stop weighing in, or is this just I want to be a big girl and do it on my own? Which one is it, or is it both?
Well, I mean, I would like to do it on my own, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell somebody you can't give me $320,000.
All right, but then answer the other issue. You think he's going to give him more entree into your life to make a comment here and there if he does this?
I mean, maybe a comment here and there, but I don't think he's gonna.
Well, I'll tell you what I would do.
He's gotten a lot better.
So you called to get our opinion, yes?
course.
All right, I'll give you mine real quick. That issue lies with me. If I had an opportunity, my dad, because of his culture, wanted to give me the money, and this was something he did, I would take it. And I would go, if he makes a comment at Thanksgiving or makes a comment at Christmas or he comments on the kids' school or the kind of car we buy, I'm just going to smile and wave. My favorite line from the movie Madagascar, the little penguin, smile and wave, boys. I just going to take the high road and go, $320,000 debt-free house, $320,000. I don't know. I'm gonna take it to my professional friend there.
That's what I would do unless you know. So I'm thinking if Dave Ramsey came to me and said, "Hey, John, you've been a faithful employee for X number of years. I'm going to give you $350,000. Oh, and by the way, you're now on call 24/7, 365." I wouldn't take that money. I've been on call for 20 years. I've lived that life. I'm tired. I want to go be with my family. So I would tell him, "Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. The money would be awesome. I could do some great things with it, but it's not worth selling part of my soul." If he called me in and said, "Hey, here's $350,000. You've been a great, faithful employee. I've loved your work, and I just see you here for the next decade, and just wanted to honor you and your family," I would do somersaults out the building, and probably my shirt would fly off as I ran to my car screaming and yelling and cheering. I'd be that happy. Okay? And so only you know what the strings are with this money.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And if you're saying no because I just want to do it myself, that's ego.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Flush that down the toilet, man.
Yeah.
That's how people stay chained to like car payments and student loans. That's ego. My kid got into this school. You can't afford that school. Well, we're going to make it work because that's ego.
Mm-hmm.
If it is, no, my dad becomes a third adult in our household, I'm not touching that money.
And by the way, if it's not a resentment thing, I would do it, and if I would put up with all of his stories, let him crow, sing, yell, scream about how he paid your house off.
Kid, think about this.
Care.
What if you were able to give your kids $320? I would be so happy. I would want to tell everybody.
100%.
I was able to help my kids out like this.
Yeah,
that's legacy.
I don't hear anything, Michelle, that says you shouldn't take the money. I'd take the money. I really would. Maybe do a little Monopoly money, humble pie, and eat it. I would pay the house off instantly. I go, "Dad, this is great. You're the best. You're the man."
I'm calling my dad right now.
Me too.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.